Assalamu alaikum. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to continue our series about Kotlin for beginners. In today's lesson, we are going to have the last type of the collection types, which is the map. So let's get started. The map collection is different from sets and lists. It contains key and value. It helps you store key value pairs. All right. So let's learn from the documentation. Here, if you go to the collections overview on the documentation of Kotlin, let's go here. If you see something interesting about this map doesn't inherit directly from the collection as list and set. Okay, so this is something to note, but it has also that mutable map type. Let's go back. In order to create a map, as always, you can create a map of things. Let me just create a map of integers and strings. So you can define it like the following. You can define the type here, map, key, and value. The key is, for example, is just a string. No, something like that, string, yeah, and an int. So we can map int and strings. You can create it like always. You can use map of, and you can use always mutable map of. So the difference is always as read-only maps and mutable maps. So you can add, remove things from that map. I will use just map of directly like that. Now, in order to add things to the map, it accepts something like that. It accepts a pair. The pair is, you can create a pair like that. And you can type, for example, A and the number 1. I want to create a mapping between letters and numbers. I can add another pair like that. So it's B and 2. And let's just print that map. As you can see, the map, it will be kind of, we call it also dictionaries. In Python, they call it dictionaries. The A has number of 1. The B has number of 2. So if you try to add something else, well, first of all, let's have this optimization. You can create pair directly by using this infix function. You can do something like follow A to 1, comma, like that, B to 2. You can use this to function. So this will help you create pairs inside map. Okay. Now this 2 is an infix function. We talked about that already. So it's an infix function that returns a pair. Okay. That's simple. If you try to add something else, if you try to add A and the number 3, what will happen? On it, as you can see, it preserves only the last inserted things. Because we will see that in a moment, a map is an implementation of a linked hash map. Okay, that's if you go here to the map of and you try to see it, it is a linked hash map. That's something to remember. You can access things here by the key. So you can access the A like that. It will print what? It will print 3. Remember, only the last one. This is how you can access elements. Now, if you want to add things to the map like that, you can add, for example, another one, but you can't add it because just this is a map. You can add it like that. You can do the put, okay? You can put C and the number 4 or the number 3. Let me delete that. Now you can't add it because it is a read only. You have to do a mutable map like that. Now we can't add it also because we are using here the map. So you have to change it, to mutable map like that. Now you can use this put. You can use the put directly here, or you can do something better, which is a little bit concise. You can use those square brackets for the C equal to 3. That's much better. Now, if you print that for the C and run it, it will print 3. Okay, that's one thing. Now, to iterate over this map, you have many options. You can iterate over the keys and over the values. For example, for that map, you can use something like the following. You can use values directly. So this will return a mutable collection. For that value, you can loop over it. You can do just for each like that. And you can print every number here because the values are integers, right? So if you want only to loop for the values, you can do it because there is many uses in which we want to use the map for the values only, and sometimes the reverse. Okay, so here we print that just the int, and it will print 1, 2, 3 exactly. And I will tell you about why it is printing 1, 2, 3, because we are using a linked hash map. If you go here, as you see, let me check. This is a linked hash map. The linked hash map will preserve the order of which the items were inserted. So this thing to remember. And you can change here also for the entries or the keys. Okay, there is the keys. The keys are just this A, B, and C. If you run it, it will print A, B, C because it is a linked hash map. That's one thing. And if you want both key and the value, you can use entries. And in this it will contain 2 things. It will contain the key and the value. So you can print them both. You can print them both like that, by the and it will print something like the following: A equal 1, B equal 2, and C equal 3. Now, if we change this mutable map to something else, like there is an extension, there is another implementation called hash map. Already know it. You already know it, hopefully. So we have to delete that. We can add them like that. And we have to retype them here. If you run it now, you'll see something different. We inserted CBAB and it is ABC. Okay, so why? It is using the hash of the key because A is bigger than the C and the B, for example. So this is mainly how you can use the map. Just remember that the default implementation of the mutable map is linked hash map. Okay, you can always use the normal hash map. And you can use other implementation of the map, for example, the tree map, which use a red black tree, I think, just to sort the keys. So there is a use case for that. We need it sometimes when working in challenges in HackerRank, for example. I use them a lot. So this is basically how you can use the things. As I told you, there is always a difference between a mutable map and the read-only map. So mutable map, you can add things to, and also you can delete things from, okay? So if you want to remove something, if you want to remove the B, something like that, run it, you won't see that B here, okay? Just A and C, okay? So that's the thing to remember. Well, you can see the different functions there. You see there are many functions. You can merge things, you can replace things, you can clear it. So this is a general function for all collections. You can clear things, you can clear them and set them to 0. You can put all. This put all exists in list and set also. You can put counted of a map inside another map. I advise you to take a look at these functions and experiment with and see what you will get. Okay, so this is basically the lesson about the map. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and see you in the next videos. Salam alaikum.